All right, hi again. This is Miss Israel coming from Einstein High School. We're looking at Unit 2, Topic 3. Which of the following graph represents the linear inequality y is greater than negative 3x plus 5? Okay, so what do we need to know? We know that this means greater than, and that symbol tells us a lot more. Without the greater than or equal to sign, we know that we're going to have a dotted line. And since it's greater than, we know that we're going to shade above that line. Okay. And so what I notice about the answer choices is all the lines are the same. They have the same y-intercept, the same slope. So we just need to look for the dotted line and whether or not the graph is shaded above or below. So right away, I hope you see we can eliminate choices A and C. I don't even have to look at the whole graph for C. I can see pretty clearly there that those both have solid lines, so that can't be it. And then we have to decide whether or not we're shading above or shading below. And if you look at options B or C, it can be kind of tricky to determine when you're shading above or below. And I have a trick for that. What I like to do is put my finger on the line. So I'm putting my finger here. And since I know I have to shade above, I just go up from the line. And so I can see that option B did not follow that. Let's double check with D. I'm going to put my point on the line and I'm going to shade up from there. And I can see that option D is the one that I shaded above. That's a pretty neat trick. So pick any point on the line and then just go up or down depending on whether or not you wanted to shade above or below. Okay, let's go to 45. A company makes skateboards and scooters. Skateboards cost $38 each to make. Scooters cost $47 each to make. They can make at most 1,000 total items. They can spend at most $25,000 to make all of the items. Let X represent the number of skateboards they can make. Let Y represent the number of scooters they can make. Which of the following represents the systems of inequalities could be solved to find the number of skateboards and scooters they can make? Okay, so we're going to try to match here. So I see dollar amounts, so I know that the $38 and the $47 have to go with a $25,000. So I'm going to look for an equation that incorporates all three of those values. And what I see here is 38, 47, and 1,000 in option C, but that doesn't match. Oh, here we are in option D. I see the values 38, 47, and 25,000. So it looks like we're on to something. Just to double check, we also know that they can make at most 1,000 items in total. Well, what are the items? The items are skateboards and our scooters. And so we know that total has to equal 1,000. So option D is going to be the correct answer here. And again, when you're writing a system of equations, you want to match the values to the topic or to the object that they are. It might be dollars, it might be items, but your variables and your coefficients should match. So if there's dollar signs, everything in that equation should be representing dollar signs. And that's going to do it for question 44 and 45.